In example 2, we have Ambrosia Island. Our island A is 600 US to B, Beachcomber, and a plane can fly at 30 √5 kilometers an hour in still air. It has to go from A to B, and there's a wind blowing with this velocity. The velocity here is positive, negative. So then I is the unit vector. So let's do a little diagram here. A is west of B. So here's my A and my B. The wind is positive, negative, so it's going in this direction here, positive, negative. So the plane's going to have to fly in this direction. So it ends up landing at B down here. The speed of the plane is 30 √5. We'll call this angle A. And we have the wind going down in this direction at 20I minus 30J. 20I minus 30J. So we have, this is the velocity of the wind. We want to get the velocity of the plane going from A to B. Going up in this direction, we have the velocity of the plane relative to the wind, which is going to be 30 √5 cos A in the I direction, plus 30 √5 sine A in the J direction. So we know that the velocity of the plane relative to the wind is the velocity of the plane minus the velocity of the wind. So if we want the velocity of the plane, it's going to be the velocity of the plane relative to the wind plus the velocity of the wind this time. And we have these two, so we're going to add these two together. So adding my I components, I've got 30 √5 cos A, 30 √5 cos A plus my 20 in the I direction, and in the J direction I have 30 √5 sine A, and it's going to be minus 30 in the J direction. We can see at B here that the J component will be equal to 0. That'll help us find the angle A, which you can put back in here to get my I velocity, and then we can use the distance and the speed to find the time taken to get there. So if my J component is equal to 0, 30 √5 sine alpha is equal to 30, or minus 30 is equal to 0. So sine alpha, that's a 1, is going to be equal to 1 over √5. We do a little triangle. Opposite over hypotenuse would leave the adjacent being 2. So cos alpha will be 2 over √5. So now I can get my I component, 30 √5 by 2 over √5 plus 20 is going to give me 30 by 2, 60 plus 20, which is 80 in the I direction. So if my distance is, what is my distance? 600. I'm looking at the time taken. Time is equal to that distance over my speed, which is going to be my 600 over my 80. So 7 eighths are 560. So that looks like 7 hours 30 minutes, 7.5 hours to get there.